Today we're going to continue to look at equations. This time we are going to look at division equations. We're going to keep in mind all the things that we already know about equations to help us with division equations today. Remember when we were figuring out if an equation is equal or not, we have to look at both sides of the equal sign. For this example, 24 divided by 6 equals 4. And we can see that 4 is equal to 4. We can also say that the total of 24 divided by 6 is 4. So we're going to make sure that we keep this in mind as we're working on our equations today. We also need to remember that each part of our division equation has a meaning. If we're looking at the 24, which is our dividend, this is going to be our total. So this lets us know our total or the number in all. So that's our total. If we're looking at our divisor, the divisor tells us the number of groups. So this is going to let us know the total number of groups that we have. And when we're looking at our quotient, the 4 is our quotient, and when we're looking at the quotient lets us know the number in each group. So this is what each part of our division equation lets us know. Divisor, the quotient, and the dividend all have a meaning. The total is our dividend, or the number in all. The divisor lets us know our groups, and the quotient lets us know the number in each group. Let's take a look at some examples. We're going to model and write division equations. This first example is going to be an example of the number in all, that our unknown is going to be the number in all. Wilbert pays some money to make 5 spin art pictures. Each picture cost him $4 to make. How much money does Wilbert pay to make 5 spin art pictures? So we're going to identify what this word problem is asking us to do. How much money does Wilbert pay to make 5 spin art pictures? Wilbert pays some money. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to identify my variable because I don't know how much money he pays. I just know he pays some money. So I'm going to use M to represent my variable for the unknown. He pays some money to make 5 spin art pictures. Each picture cost him $4 to make. So 5 spin art pictures, each picture costs $4 to make. So I'm going to use this information to help me solve. M divided by 5, because 5 is the spin art pictures, equals $4 to make. M divided by 5 equals $4. I am going to model this. My unknown, right here is the unknown, and that is my dividend, which also represents the total or the number in all. So I don't know the amount of money in all. And the way that I model that is that I'm going to show that M, my unknown, is divided into 5 parts. So my unknown is divided into 5 parts equals $4. So this model represents this division equation. M divided by 5 equals 4. M divided by 5. Remember, I need to show that they have 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And $4 represents the cost for each of those 5 spin art pictures. Let's look at another example. This time we're going to look at an example that is going to represent the unknown is the number of groups. Matt pays $20 to make spin art pictures. Each picture costs him $4 to make. How many pictures does Matt make? So in this situation, we know that the $20, that is how much it's going to cost him. So this time we know the total or the number and all, the amount of money and all. We do know that. Okay? Now, so this is the part that we do know, that it took $20 to make the spin art picture. Each picture cost him $4 to make. Okay? How many pictures does Matt make? Okay? We know that each picture costs him $4, but we don't know the groups. That's what's missing. We don't know the pictures. So we are going to use P as a variable for pictures because we do not know the number of groups. All we know is that he pays $20 to make spin art picture, and each picture is going to cost him $4. Okay, so 20 divided by P equals $4. And the way that we're going to model this one, when the unknown is a number of groups, we do know our total. Remember, our total is 20, so that we know. We know that our total is going to be 20. We need to represent that. We also know that we're going to have $4 for each picture, because that's how much that Matt needs to pay. But what is unknown is the rest of the groups. P groups, we do not know the groups. So we just identify this section as P groups. And this looks familiar because we did this with multiplication. It's just the opposite. So it's the inverse of what we did on our multiplication. Okay? Let's look at another example. In this example, we are going to be looking at the unknown is going to be the number in each group. William pays $20 to make 5 spin art pictures. How much does William spend for each spin art picture? So we know that he pays $20, so we can represent that. We know that he pays $20 to make 5 spin art pictures. Okay? So we're going to divide by 5 equals, this is going to be our cost for each picture. How much does he spend for each picture? And I'm just going to use the variable C to represent cost. Now, in order to model this, the parts that we know that the number in all, the total amount of money in all is $20. Okay? And we also know that the number of pictures that he's going to make are 5, so we know that. So we are going to represent 5 by dividing this into 5 parts. And now what we don't know is the cost of each picture, how much money he's going to spend for each. So we are going to place our variable inside for the unknown. And we show that this is divided into 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Now let's look at some other examples, and let's do this again. So when we're looking for the unknown, and in this case it's going to be the total or number in all. So let's go back and look at that. T divided by 5 equals 6. And we're just going to simply model. What I need to show is that the unknown is the number in all, or my total, my dividend is unknown. I need to show that I have divided it into 5 parts, my dividend. Okay, and I know that each part is 6. So I'm representing T divided by 5 equals 6, where the total or the number in all is unknown. Pause the video and you try F divided by 3 equals 9. Okay, you should have a model that looks very similar to this, where you're showing the total F. You're going to divide it into 3 parts, and each of those parts is 9. We don't know the dividend or the number in all. We know the divisor is 3. We show divided into 3 parts, and each part is 9. Let's look at an example when the unknown is the number of groups. So we're going to have 15 divided by P. 15 divided by P equals 3. We know that our total is 15. Our total, our number in all, is 15. We also know that 3 is the number for each group. What we don't know is this section, the number of groups in all, the total number of groups. So we simply just say P groups for this. Pause the video and you try 30 divided by Z equals 6. And what you should be looking at is the 30 that's going to represent your number and all of your total, because that's the part that you do know. 30. 6 represents in each group. We just don't know how many groups, so we have Z groups. In our last example, we're going to be looking at our unknown parts are going to be the number in each group. 36 divided by 4 equals C. So we know the dividend, the total, the number in all, is going to be 36. We know that we need to divide this into 4 parts. We just don't know the number in each group. That's our unknown, the variable. C would go here because we don't know the number in each group. Pause the video and try 18 divided by 6 equals K. And what you should have is your dividend or your number in all, we know is 18, divided by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 divided by 6 equals K. K represents the unknown number in each group, so we put K in each. Make sure that you review the video for any of the examples that you need to see while you are working on your homework tonight. Be sure to go onto Edmodo and leave me a message that says, Ms. Clemens, I have watched the video. And please remember to do your whisk and ask any questions that you have so that you can be ready for math in class tomorrow.